But moving on to the definitely a team in the headlines right now, the New York Jets facing the Tennessee Titans. And man, I got to tell you about this. Well, I'll start with the Titans, man. Will Levis, he's got to see the writing on the wall, right? I mean, this team around him is loaded with, loaded with veterans on the offensive side of the ball. That defense looks above average, man. Even just strictly based on the interior pressure that they're able to generate with T'Vondre Sweat and Jeffrey Simmons coming through the middle. That defense is serious. You know, L'Jarius Sneed on the back end. There are some real players there too. I'm telling you, this looks like a playoff team missing a veteran quarterback. And I think that after this year, Tennessee is going to be taking a good hard look at veteran quarterbacks available, because I think they believe that with the defense they've got, with the weapons they've put around the quarterback position, with the investment they've made in the draft into their offensive line, they are building a nest egg for a veteran quarterback to come in and compete. And when you have a mistake like Levis made, the backhanded, underhanded, throw it out of bounds, but not out of bounds because it's coming to a streaking defender, interception pick six, where you then are in surrender cobra before Tyreek Stevenson is even past you. That is one of the most head-scratching, unfortunate plays that you've seen in a long time, and I hate to say it, but it's the type of play that ends a guy's career early. So, you know, and not because of injury, just because of a lack of awareness. So I think that this Titans team looks good. But the quarterback looks bad. So I think that's what's going to hold them back. I think that the Rodgers and the Jets are going to cruise behind Breece Hall to a ball control victory. I think they're going to try and limit Rodgers' exposure to that interior defensive line, because T'Vondre Sweat and Jeffrey Simmons are two large, terrifying men. What do you think, Christian?
Yeah, I think watching Will Levis was one of the funniest experiences we've had watching football in a couple of years. A lot of questions with him going forward, but we've said it pretty much all offseason leading up to week one. They look like they're a quarterback away. Calvin Ridley looked like he was really productive over the weekend, but he was not hit one time with a good pass. The offense looks great. Hopkins is still able to get open at a high level. There's a lot of talent here. I don't want to focus too much on the Tennessee offense because it seems like we're still waiting on them to figure it out. But with this Jets offense facing the Titans defense, I'm extremely concerned for Aaron Rodgers this week. You saw last week, you saw this yesterday, on Monday. He was able to throw the ball really well like the old Aaron Rodgers we saw, but I did see that he did have a real tough time getting out of the pocket. And I think with Simmons, with Sweat, they're going to really destroy the interior offensive line of New York. They'll destroy the interior offensive line of just about anybody, in my opinion, after watching what they did to Coleman Shelton and our guys on Sunday.
And so Tevin Jenkins too.
And Tevin too. So
it was ugly.
I'm really concerned for Aaron on the move, his ability to get out of the pocket. For that reason, I'm going to actually just take Tennessee to cover the spread 3.5 right now, just because of that concern. And then the defense, we were expecting New York's defense to be really good. I know they played San Francisco in week one, but if that's how the defense is going to look, I don't know if they're as scary as everyone predicted they'd be this year.
Yeah. I mean, that was what everyone said, right? That the Jets were going to be able to impose their will on the 49ers offense, and it wasn't going to matter who was playing for the 49ers offense. And if Brandon Ayuk was out, it was just going to be even more of a feasting day for Sauce Gardner and that Jets defense. There was a lot of the game where Sauce Gardner was out. I wasn't sure if he was injured or what was going on, but
he had a shoulder. It looked like a stinger, maybe.
Okay, but even just take Sauce Gardner out of the equation. That was a defense full of first-round picks that was not living up to the hype and was getting dominated by that 49ers offense. So we'll see. That's supposed to be one of the best units in the league, and they underperformed week 1. Aaron Rodgers is going to be relying on them throughout the season. That Jets offense, I don't think it's ever going to be better than the Jets defense. Like you said, I think that Aaron Rodgers at this point in his career is severely limited with regards to his mobility, definitely coming off that Achilles tear and just getting older. I mean, I don't know how many mobile 40-year-old quarterbacks there have been, but Tom Brady definitely wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
So it's just not it's not looking great for the Jets right now. But once again, we're talking about Aaron Rodgers, definitely not a guy that you want to count out historically. But I think that they're going to rely on Breece Hall. I think that's going to be the story for a lot of the season. Like you said, to keep the danger away from Rodgers, you're going to give the workload to Breece Hall. So I think that the Jets ride Breece Hall to a victory here. I don't hate the spread at +3.5, but I do hate Will Levis as a quarterback, so I'm not going to be taking it.